let's dip into it just a little bit, because I really kind of want a Lego. Hey guys, finally he sleeps here. We are back, and we are going to take a look at HellHades free-to-play 2024, the complete program. It was 3 months long. I got involved in this in the very beginning and didn't really know what to expect. It was so much more work than I thought it would be. There's the list of all the creators that were involved with this. There's a lot. There were a lot of people that were running the free-to-play challenge, and it came down to so much pack luck and how quickly you could pull decent epic champions. So the rules were set in place that you had to run the optimizer. HellHades, the optimizer for the website. If you're not on hellhades.com, go over there, create a free account, and use it for all the resources that it gives you for Raid. It is game changing if you are new to Raid Shadow Legends. So 3 months long, a group of content creators, they were divided into teams. There was like a whole draft where you got teamed up with other creators to put this together. You had 3 months to do it. You run the optimizer while you play so that it confirms that you are 100% free to play, that no money is spent, nothing is being put into the game at all. You were not allowed to use legendaries. If you got lucky and packed a legendary out on a shard, not allowed to use it. If you could claim a legendary by through the course of the event. So like we all got Rathalos as part of the Monster Hunter thing. And then Armand's was one of the fusions you could claim. We had the very first fusion. I can't remember who it was. I don't think anybody could complete the first one because it was running right when the whole thing began. Was it Blizzard? I don't even remember who the very first fusion was. I can't remember who it was. But the second fusion and third were achievable if you were able to grind and put in the shards, hold and save to be able to do it. Blade Master, was that the first fusion? That might have been. Yeah, because I did claim her on the main account, but wasn't able to do it here for this one. But all the rest of them, we went in. The Queen was the second. Third was Armand's. And then we have the new one that's running right now is for, what's it, Eastrid Dream Song. And that one we're on par to be able to claim it. I had help in this. If it wasn't for Kinsey and Sammy and all of the effort that they put in, keeping me on top on this, we would not have been able to do it to keep us in this match as high as we were. So I have to give them guys credit, because without them, this would not have made it the way it did. We started out, our team was way out in front in the beginning, and for us, for my account in Team HellHades, I had the worst pack luck in the beginning. But as far as everything goes, we stuck in it, and the account was driven hard all the way through the very, very end. And here's the leaderboards. So ended up in second place for champion development with 16 6-star champions, which is unreal. And Mullet was way out in front on that and so far ahead of us, but we kind of caught him back. Now Crop he had tons more than anybody in the very beginning, but came back, and it my Am I not logged in? Oh, I'm not logged in. Well, we'll look at these first. Great Hall development. That just the last couple of days fighting through to get to 54. But if you watched HellHades earlier today, everybody was talking about how there was only a handful of people that were able to claim Arbiter. And Arbiter is in the account. We grabbed Arbiter towards the end, which made a huge difference in the arena. So coming down Faction Wars, I spent so much goddamn time in Faction Wars on this. 441 stars, which I thought was insane. But then you look at Crop and Papa Drock, both over 500. I just thought at 441, I was on top of the world. 565 stars in 3 months without spending a penny is just insane. Classic Arena ended up in Gold 5. Points wise, the reason we're down in 7th place is because our highest rank at Gold 5, we just didn't, it wasn't there quick enough. We didn't claim that fast enough. Briggs, YST, Odd One, Cold Brew, and Cold Red all got there before I did. Tag team, I spent a lot of time in tag team. I don't mind tag team. And the account was one of the first ones to hit Bronze 3. Never was able to push into Bronze 4. But I think that had more to do with we just never really pulled the champions that we needed to make 3 different teams. Now, for the fastest champion, if you look on here, I'm the only one on there with an account with Arbiter as the fastest champion. Everybody else went with Armands. Deacon, Golden Reaper. But yeah, number 1 with Arbiter at 301. And Sammy gets credit for that. He's the one that optimized the speeds for Arbiter to make sure that happened. Normal campaign progression. Now this one here, this was a little different because the campaign, everybody was going to complete normal. Everybody was going to complete hard. Everybody was going to complete brutal. But everybody got it. The way you made the leaderboard for these was being able to do it first. So these are the first 10 to complete those. When it comes to Nightmare, we at that point came back in and Cold Brew got it quickly, Crop, and then us with Mullet right behind. Papa Drock, who spent an insane amount of time on this thing, we took it before he did, which makes me feel so much better. 3rd place out of Nightmare campaign progression is nice. Now Doom Tower, this is frustrating because these are all the points here are it determined based on what floor you got. It didn't matter if it was normal or hard, the way the points works, but you got higher points, twice as many points for hard. So if you look at Crop, that is floor 99 on hard. The rest of us got floor 120 on normal, but if you had to have gotten higher than floor 61 on hard to trump the points that you get for 120 on the first one. So 3rd place, the only way to get faster or to get in 2nd place was to beat 120 with a quicker than 5 minute and 2 second time, or to go to floor 61 in hard. And we just ran out of time. Just ran out of time for hard Doom Tower to be able to push that up there. But finishing 3rd for the first rotation, which was this last one that we were in, is awesome. I don't think we hit leaderboard results in the other ones. I think we were off the board time-wise for the other rotation. So yeah, it was just the 3rd rotation. Clan Boss, 9th place at 27.42 with that team. And that's Nightmare. That's where some of the shards were coming in. Definitely could have built a Ultra Nightmare team if it was timed properly. I think a lot of it just came down to timing, because we had the champions necessary. We pulled a block damage champ. We have the Void Warcaster. There's enough stuff there. If we could have tuned it to build an Ultra Nightmare team, we just ran out of time, and we were looking for any points I could grab anywhere, and it came down to the last couple of weeks of what was going to be the most effective use of time and resources to get it there. HYDRA, 18.64 on easy in 3 months time is absolute bonkers. I mean, that's a triple key. That's a one key, 18.64. 3 months is a long time, I guess, until it isn't. Yes, that's what it felt like. It felt like, oh my God, we have so much time. We're going to be able to complete everything. And then you look up and it's like, well, how long have we been doing this? Has it been like a month? No, it's been a month and a half. Oh shit. And then the next thing you know, it's like, well, there's only like 12 days left. What are we going to do? Where is the resources going to go? So even with that third place finish, that's awesome. Now the dungeons, you start to see everybody towards the end of this putting up higher numbers. Everything went to hard. Hard 5, 857 on Dragon. This came down to all the poisons. Getting Venomage to 60 and pulling a couple of champions that were able to kind of really help clear these dungeons. Our Mons made a big difference. Our Mons made a big difference on waves, on everything. Had we not seen our Mons come into the game during the Festival of Creation, I think a lot of these scores would have been much, much different. Yeah, because our Mons made a big difference. If you start to look at all these teams, blinded by the amount of fun, thank you. No, seriously, thank you. Ice Golem, 4th, level 25 and 549. That's nuts. This just goes to show how much you can do if you just put the time in. This isn't about money spent, because we didn't put a penny into this. It's Armand's helped you beat Doom Tower hard. I still haven't beat Doom Tower hard on my main. I'm lazy. I'm behind. It's been so much time on this. Let's see. Number 6 in Fire Knight. Level 22, 740. That may be, I think that was the score I threw up during when we had the challenges of team versus team. I was saddled with Fire Knight, and we did not have a lure, did not have anything. Yeah. That number 6 was 100% RNG. I think I ran that thing that day probably 30 or 40 times trying to push as high as I could, and just got crazy lucky. Could not make it above 22 though with what we had. I think if we'd have gotten, see, that's one of those dungeons that it comes down to what you have in your team, like who you have. Spider finishing in 6th, 22, 3 minutes and 7 seconds. I love Spider. Those teams are a little bit simpler to build. And yeah, I felt like we came out of it there as far as the points go. That was good. Minotaur, level 15, 37 seconds. That was another one that was a fight here in the last couple of days, just trying to get some numbers and put it on the board. 138 on Arcane, 4th place finish. 7th in Void Keep. with 133. Spirit Keep 243 put us in 6th place. Magic Keep 150, 4th place. I think we've been on, it's every leaderboard. We've been on every leaderboard so far. 3rd place for Force Keep. That one was glitched. That 58-second time has been there for a little while, and it like disappeared last night. And talked to SAF this morning, and they said that they caught it and fixed it. So I'm glad that, because I like, we disappeared from the leaderboard today, but there's where we're supposed to be. 3rd place finish in Force. As you can see, it's like Papa Drock, Crop, Cole Red, and there you go, Cold Brew. It's that top 5 for all of these leaderboards. It's the same. And we've been in the mix on all of these. Coming down to Iron Twins. Cole Red, 12th floor, 504 is, honestly, 9th floor is nuts. In 3 months' time, 9th floor is crazy. 2 minutes and 17 seconds. And then Sand Devil, 10th floor, or level 10, 2 minutes and 33. Right behind Big Papa Drock, who spent an insane amount of time. So as long as we're competing with that, that is crazy. But just the fact that we're on the leaderboard is a big deal. 3rd place in Shogun. Remember, it's not just 10 guys. You're not just trying to get 10. It's everybody. And then if we look at the leaderboards, the actual team points, we ended in 5th place, but it definitely wasn't my fault. So let's look at HellHades. This was our team. So we've got, what is it? Mullet with 10,071. 2nd place with 9,744. So 9744 is the number where we finished out. So let's see. Cole Red was ahead of us with 12,000. We're above Deadwood. We got everybody on Team Deadwood beat. Papa Drock is way out front. So Papa Drock is up there at 11,000. So he's in 2nd. Cold Brew. We got everybody on Cold Brew beat. 96. We're at 97. Yeah, 97.44. Scratch. Crop. That's where Crop was sitting in. Scratch's team. So he's in 1st place. So we're now in 4th. And everybody above on Jedi and Odd One. Everybody. 4th. Finished in 4th. 4th place overall. That's incredible. 4th place overall. This shit was so much fun. So time consuming. So much work. Oh my God. Just so much work. If you look at the community, they showed this today, the community leaderboard. Where's the community leaderboard? The overall. Yeah, here's the overall leaderboard. So these are with all the free-to-plays and everybody. This is the top 50. Top 50 overall. When you add in all of the non-creators, just the community in here as well, we ended up finishing in 10th place. Mullet just ahead of us in 8th place. Crop up there in 4th. But look at that, 16,000 points. That is almost double what we turned in. JS Foot 50. Now, before you think I cheated, he spent money. Couldn't have. Everything ran through the optimizer, and people did cheat, and then immediately they were pulled from the game. They were pulled. So how in the absolute hell you throw in 16,000
12 Kinsey says, but how
points?
many people is that out of?
I never saw how many were in the actual community. I mean, how many signed up for the actual community challenge? I'd love to know. I'm just curious. So we'll ask. It's late though over there. Let's see what happens. But I think it was 1,000. That's crazy. 10th place finish overall is just, that's nutty. All right, so let's take a look at the actual account. Now that we have it, here is the free-to-play account as it stands. We have, it's ended a couple of hours ago, 5 hours ago. So we've got a little bit more in here than what was done at that point, but not by much. If we look at the vault, in the vault here on the reserve side, we've got 5 legendaries. 5 legendaries. Duplicate, we ended up with 2 Taragis. There's 2 Painkeepers just sitting there in the reserve. Let's see, who did we just pull? I pulled these as part of this last one. The White King, which we did live on stream the other day, pulled the White King on Void Shard, which is crazy and awesome at the same time. We've got Ancora, and then you pull the White King, so you've got the couple, which makes a big difference for the account, but couldn't use him until now. Vizier, the Black Knight, and Black Knight and Jag Bonesaw are who I pulled this morning with the shards for Summon Rush. Some of them did use the legendaries as chickens. I think MTG Jedi did. Definitely used his as chickens, which is like, oh my god. I mean, I just because I figure the account's going to be worth something after it's over. I'd like to finish the fusion just to bring in the other fusion. But just to say we did it. Yeah, see, there's Warcaster with his block damage. It's only a 1-turn block damage, but that would have made... we would have been able to put something together for Ultra Nightmare. Rathalos, Armands. We have... where's my cursor? Rathalo, Armands, Queen Ancora. Even if you look at the... I mean, everybody's just stacked with stats. Rathalos, let's look here. Where did we end this? Total stats. Crit rate 102, 203 crit damage. He's got... we ended up with a 4-star soul for him and Armands, driving through the paths as part of their events. Arbiter, who was the fastest champion of everybody at 301, and didn't really end up using High Katoon because I think we had Arbiter coming in right behind, but I think we had Ancora at that point. So Ancora was kind of trumping High Katoon by the time she was claimed. Royal Guard was a late pull, so it never really spent that much time building Royal Guard, just because if what could have been able to pull Royal Guard in like the first 2 weeks, it would have been huge. But as long as it took us to get Royal Guard, I think we just had more damage dealers by the time we got him. Venomage, big poison dealer and a poison exploder, which was nice. Pulled him late again, or her. Nah, that's chest. That's not boobs. VenomManJa's got a little snake under there. It's a dude, right? VenomManJa's a guy, I think. Yeah, gotta be a guy. Some bad posture though, Jesus. Used Mordecai as the initial. Mordecai was the HP burn champ that we went with in the beginning, and the only reason really was because we knew Rathalos was coming, and he needed that HP burn champ to do it. We didn't pull Skrank until late, and Skrank's HP burn isn't really as strong as Mordecai's HP burn. You know, but he also brings more than just HP burn, and he can keep him alive a little bit easier. Ended up with Siren, who brought AoE decreased defense, which I used a lot in the last couple of days. So she got weaken on her A2, that decreased defense on her A3, with a 60% chance of landing. Never was able to book it out to get it to 80%, but that was part of my speed-tuned arena team, which made the last few days of trying to run through Great Hall adjustments possible. One of two Taragis that we pulled. Morag, who Sammy had talked about before. I have Morag on my main account and just never used her. Never did anything with her. I don't even know if she's in the vault. I may have used her as food at some point. But Morag was awesome. And I have a newfound respect for her from using it. Never really used Kale for more than just campaign farming. And then the last 6-star that we took to 60 was Crimson Slayer. And I don't want to talk about Crimson Slayer. That was a bad live stream. I screwed that up pretty hardcore. God, that sucked. And then 2-Act the Wanderer was a last minute push just to get that extra 6-star in there. But we also still have we've got Gorlos, which is another AoE decreased defense, Corpse Collector, Sylvan Watchers, Kellen the Shrike, Bellower, and Apothecary too, sitting there as well. And who I did not mention is Eleanoril, which is another one of these champions. Besides the White King, this is a champion that I have wanted for so long on my main account and have never ever pulled. I've never gotten her, and the reason is the way I've always wanted her. She's got HP burn on her A1, even though it's just a one enemy for a clan boss that'd be big. AoE poison on her A2, and then her A3 deals damage from all poison debuffs on all enemies instantly. 4-turn, fully booked poison exploder. Put her in with like HellManJa and Tomb Lord. Actually, even the Rat King. I've always wanted her as a 4-turn poison exploder to be able to use with some of my poison teams, and I've never been able to pull her. And of course, she was the first legendary that we pulled. Bullshit. And she's been sitting there for 2 months, not being used. Can't do anything. Yeah, whew. I wish you could just take a couple of these champions and just move them over to the other account. That would be so nice. And on target for the next fusion, how many points? Where are we at right now? All the shards are run except for 87. And Eastrid, 70 fragments. Need 30 left. think we got 5 extra from a second place finish in one of the tournaments. And let's see, artifact enhancement I think is done. I hope is done. I think the only thing that's left right now is Summon Rush. And I don't even think I made it to pulling all the shards that we had. I don't think I even made it to the first 5 points. So champ training is done. I know that's done. I need to look at the calendar. I don't think I have the calendar on my computer. We have Ice Golem coming and Classic Arena. Dragon's done. Summon Rush must be on the other side. So let's say there's 5 points in each of those. That's 80. Summon Rush is what I wanted to look at. How many points off are we? I think this is going to come down to what? Oh shit, we're right there. 2250. So 440 points. 440. We need a Sacred, a few Voids, a bunch of Ancients, a Primal. How close are we to anything in quests? Actually, we're not even, it's not free to play anymore. I could, if I have to. 3 there, and monthly, we're way out. We just claimed it. Shit. So nothing coming in by way of that. What about daily login rewards? Nope. We're not going to get any of that. Adeline Chase in the next day. Nope. We have an extra key. So it's going to come down to how lucky. 70, you would need both Summon Rush fragments. No, I think we have 10 to spare. I don't think we missed anything. There's 15 available. See, I need to look at the calendar. Okay, so looking at the calendar, Dragon's done. We still have Ice Golems 5, Classic is 5, Dungeon Divers is 5, and Artifact Enhancement is 5. So that's 20. Shit. We're going to be 5 short. We are going to be 5 short. Shit. What did we miss points on? I think it was Champion Chase. Damn. We're going to be 5 fragments short. Damn, that sucks. Yeah, still 5 fragments short. And there's no more tournament finishes in there. So even if we would need that second. Yeah, that sucks. And we're fighting to get the first one. There's no way we're going to get the second one. How many is the second? We're basically a Sacred short of the first. So we're 3 Sacreds. 3 Sacred short. 3150. So 1340. 1340 short. And with the points the way they are, yeah. 2 sacreds and 3 voids. 2 sacreds and 3 voids. Damn. Oh well. It was at least it's over. I would be really pissed if we were gonna miss out on the fusion before the event ended, before the whole tournament ended. But now that it's over and we finished as high as we did, I feel okay that we're not going to be able to get Dream Song. 5 point short
says the fragments can be used for Mother Mod lol.
Exactly. You can do it for Mother Mod. Yeah. God, though. All right, let's dump the free to play and move over to my main account, and because I still have to pull shards on the main. So let's take a look at the main and we'll go from there. The free to play thing was so much fun though. It was an absolute blast. Thank you to HellHades for putting that on. It was definitely something I would do again. And yeah. It was a blast. What's the plans for the free to play? I don't know. Because I think we were gonna give it away, and I think MSDR wanted it, but I think he's gone. He closed up shop and left town. So unless I hear from him in the next couple of days, I think we may give the account away. Should do the wheel. We should do the wheel and then give it away. I'm half tempted to if I'm gonna give it away, I might drop $10 and make sure that the fusion gets completed. Maybe. I don't know. Not yet decided. Okay, so where are we at here? This is my main. Dragon's done. Ice Golem doesn't start yet. Champion training is not done. How much time do I have? 2 days. I'm traveling all weekend, but I can get that finished. 2 days for champion training. Summon Rush, I haven't started. I need 3150. Artifact enhancement is complete. So let's see. Champion training, so I got 5 and 5, it's 10. Summon Rush, 25. So 25, how many fragments do I have right now? 65. Shit, that's gonna put me at 90? Keep it, MSDR 123, or give it away. Oh, those 3 choices. That makes sense. I'm gonna wait though. Make that decision next week. Damn, that's 25. That's gonna put me at 90. Why am I so far ahead on? Well, I know I haven't missed anything, but oh, let's see who's here. Alsgore. I want I really want a perfect soul for my Duchess. Still don't have a Duchess. Okay. Let's see. 26 Sacreds. We have 2 events running right now. Targeted Champion. And check the summon info. Valmond Morn Sword. Okay, so 50% of the damage inflicted. Places a shield on this champion for 2 turns. Holy shit. Damage inflicted by this skill increases by 5% for each buff. I got back-to-back Legos as well. For the free-to-play. That's how I ended up with both of those. I would love to have him. Faction ally, faction allies, faction allies will attack all remaining enemies with any surplus damage. Alright, so do we go all in on this? How many Sacreds do we open? And we need to do some champ training to make room here. I dump anybody here?
12 Kinsey says, what's your mercy?
Probably nothing. I'll look. Turn the mercy on. Since the last epic, 2 Sacreds. Shit. 3 Sacreds since my last one. Yeah, I'm Mercy's not going to help me at all. Ugh. Right. Just trying to make room here. And we're getting our daily stuff out of the way. That's enough. And we'll go 30s. Yes, we'll sacrifice. We'll use chickens for these two. Doesn't really add me any room, but does free up some space. Okay. Plenty of room now. Do we go? Let's do 6 Sacreds. 6 Sacreds. And then see how close that gets us. They'll still leave me with 20 Sacreds. Catacomb Counselor. Increase attack. Teams up with 2 random allies to attack a single enemy. The allies join the attack. Use their default skill. Catacomb Counselor. Alright, that's number 1. Number 2. Karam. Nope. Number 3. Vala. AoE decrease defense. AoE 30%, 60% decrease defense. Removes all shield buffs on all enemies, then attacks all enemies. Has 30% chance of placing on. Wow. And places a shield on this champion for 3 turns. Interesting. Might keep her. 3. Here comes number 4. Aothar. Number 5. Another Cornelia. Number 6. Visionary. Colander head. Okay. So 6. And we're just shy. Let's pull 7. Let's dip into it just a little bit, because I really kind of want a Lego. There's my Lego. Astralon attacks one enemy 2 times. 30% chance of placing decreased defense. Countess Lix will team up and join the attack if they're on the same team. Countess Lix will not team up on the attack if this skill is used when counterattacking or when teaming up and attacking with another champion. A2 attacks one enemy, will ignore increased defense, strengthen an ally, protection, revives a random ally with 40%, and places a shield buff on them. Also places a shield buff on this champion equal to 20% of their max HP. A3 removes all buffs from targets under Veil or Perfect Veil. Then places a 25% weaken on enemies who have Veil or Perfect Veil removed, then attacks all enemies. Fills this champion's turn with 33% every time an ally is hit. Decreases incoming damage by 25% if this enemy's attacker is lower than this attacking champion. All right, we're opening. I'm gonna open a couple more because I got back to back on the free to play too. Shit. Wyron, we're gonna take it to 15, just because. Annex. Been sitting on these sacreds for a long time. Lady Atessa. And last one. Yes! Kira the Watcher. I don't mind her at all. And this is like the 3rd one I've pulled. Decrease attack. AoE decrease accuracy. Ally protection, increase defense. Kira. Alright, doubles. Do I still have one? I don't remember how many I've pulled. I had to use. She was part of Lady Makash, right? Is that what it is? She's from Lady Makash. Okay, so what we get? 5-star chicken, a legendary tome, a barrel, and the tagging fragments. That's fine, and I'm good with 15. How many did we open? 11? 11 to get us there? I'm fine with that. Yeah. Vault Champ. It was worth it, though. I mean, I've seen so many people pull doubles back to back. And, where's it at? Small pack. Seen so many people pull doubles, and with that up for grabs. Astralon though is I'm kind of pumped. I think I'll build Astralon and pair it up with Countess Lix. Where's Countess Lix? Where's she at? What does he add to her? Where is she? There. Does she have any? If Astralon is in kind of crap. Removes one random debuff from Astralon and this champion at the start of each turn. Let's see. Still have no partnerships going. I've got a couple. Countess Lix, and now Astralon. Cronam, or Alsgore, and who's Alsgore team up with? Jetney. Alsgore and Jetney. And then there's Tiny Tim and Kaja the Rye. They're in here too. They're down here. I haven't taken them to 6 stars yet. They're sitting down here on my to-do list. There's Kaja, and there's Tim. And then who else? Then we have DJ and Cronam. I just saw DJ. DJ is right here. And then she pairs up with Cronam. Where's Cronam? Did I pass him already? No, right here. She's got, if DJ's on the same team, each hit also increases duration of HP burn. And then his big one is right here, passive. Every 10 times active skills are used in battle by either enemy or allied champion, this champion instantly activates the Berserker. And this happens every 5 times active skills are used if DJ is on the same team. And if DJ is on the same team, revives this champion with 50% HP and 50% turn meter when killed. That is big. DJ and Cronam, Cronam that's a huge set together, because it basically makes Cronam unkillable. As long as you can keep him alive long enough, he becomes unkillable. There's all kinds of teams you can put together with those two in there, DJ and Cronam. Specifically for, I mean, I use those two paired up a lot in they're going to the chapel in the Cursed City whenever I can. All right. It's been fun. Free to play. The 2024 free to play was so much fun. Completely loved it. Just absolutely. It was fun from beginning to end. And I'm so glad it's over on one hand, because it was so much work, but I'm going to really miss it on the other side of things, because it was so much fun doing that. Sammy and Kinsey, thank you both so much for all of your help. Wouldn't have been able to build the teams or do anything or half the leaderboard spots without you, and being able to bounce everything off to get us there was amazing. So thank you guys, and thank everybody that was involved in the free to play series. That was so much fun. It was an absolute blast. Loved it. All right, it's Friday. I've got one hell of a weekend. I actually have to be up in the morning. I think I have to leave here at like 5:50 to be on the road for my tournament this weekend. So it's got to be an early night for me. And I am hungry. It is late. And it's time to get this shit done. It was a blast. So much fun. Thank you to everybody. Thanks to Saf and HellHades. Thanks to Mullet for everything he did for the team. And everybody else involved. It was so much fun. Can't wait to be involved in it again next year if HellHades does it again. And I would do it again next week. It was that much fun. All right. Appreciate you guys. Thanks a lot. I am finally He Sleeps. As long as you guys keep showing up, I'll keep making videos. Thanks for watching. If you haven't noticed, my YouTube channel has expanded. Subscribe here for Raid Shadow Legends content, but make sure you check out my other channels as well for EA Sports FC, Everything Automotive over at Gearheads, and visit Cringeworthy for a few laughs. Subscribe links are right over there.